Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Mystery, and let's start a new magical creature adventure. This is about Leucrotta, so let's start. Brush up your Leucrotta. Hello Professor Catterbird, you wanted to see me? Oh, Miss Ray, good of you to come. I did indeed wish to speak with you before my next class. I have a favor to ask you. It has to do with a magical creature I have recently brought to Hogwarts from London. New magical creatures, I love magical creatures. Tell me, have you ever heard of a Leucrotta? Of course I have. I already own one. A Leucrotta is a large magical creature that some believe is half hyena and half lion. Others believe it's part moose, just like Lotte, my Leucrotta in the reserve. Quite right, I knew I would come to the perfect student for this task. I am hoping once I explain why I have brought this majestic Leucrotta to Hogwarts, you will be able to help me with it. Tell me more, Professor, I am so excited. So you see, I have brought this cranky and likely quite hungry Leucrotta here to help my friend. Maybe it's a picky eater, just like me. And this friend is the one who would normally clean the beast teeth. Exactly, he and his assistant have put their whole head and shoulders inside the mouths of similar creatures. Seriously? Doesn't that stink? Only this one won't even open up his jaw for my friend. Maybe he has a toothache or something. Who is quite magizologist and an ally to all beasts. If that's true, what can I do to help, Professor? Well, you see, I thought perhaps Hagrid could be of assistance. Then why didn't you go and talk to him? As he is the one wizard big enough and strong enough to perhaps accomplish the task without losing a limb. I would attempt it myself, but I have grown rather attached to my remaining natural limbs, as you can imagine. I understand. So you would like me to talk to Hagrid for you? Already done, Atom. And he is open to the task, but he is off in Hogsmeade for the day, which is why I need you to keep my ordinary Leucrotta busy until Hagrid's return. My hope is to clear the beast's teeth of the debris that's making his food seem unpalatable. And then perhaps the Leucrotta will get its appetite back and also be less cranky. Right you are. Why don't you just buy or make a huge brush for the Leucrotta? Toothbrush, I mean. So where is the Leucrotta now, Professor? You don't have to go inside to clean it off. He is in the forest. But first, it would be a good idea for you to familiarize yourself with this type of magical creature in person. Oh, I already have. Like I mentioned, I know Lotte. Then you can head to the forest to meet my new Leucrotta. Brilliant! And my Lotte has a new friend. But remember, a Leucrotta's large mouth can be dangerous, and they have magical abilities as well. And though I don't have time to explain more, I know my Leucrotta is in good hands with you. Keeping him busy, and once Hagrid returns, perhaps we can help the beast return to its normally good-natured self. I hope so, and now I am off to meet a Leucrotta. After unlocking the Leucrotta, here we are. Hey there, Barnaby. It looks like you have already met him. Cheers, Barnaby. I see you have met Professor Catterburn's visiting Leucrotta, and it looks better than my Leucrotta. If this is him, then I have Autumn. But I must admit, this particular Leucrotta seems quite cranky. Do you happen to know why? Professor Catterburn believes the Leucrotta's teeth need cleaning, but I'm not sure yet. He also thinks perhaps the beast isn't eating and could be hungry. But I can't help thinking maybe something else is wrong. I know I get quite cranky when I haven't eaten. Not everyone is like you, Barnaby. Professor Kettleburn wants me to keep the Leucrotta company and get to know it until Hagrid returns. The professor is hoping Hagrid can get the creature to open up so Hagrid can clean the Leucrotta's teeth. Seems the same for this Poor Leucrotta to have to suffer until Hagrid gets him. What are you planning? You are right. If he is at the Hog's Head, who knows how long he will be. Hagrid loves the Hog's Head. It would be nice to cheer up the Leucrotta sooner rather than later. Perhaps if we get to know this Leucrotta, we will figure out if the problem really is its teeth or something else. Only one way to find out. Let's get to know this Leucrotta, yay! 3 hours of getting to know Leucrotta.
3 hours later.
I don't like brushing either, Mr. Leucrotta, so I surely know why you like to avoid it. Actually, I do like brushing, you know. I don't like brushing either, Mr. Leucrotta, so I surely know why you like to avoid it. Oh my god, who said that? Blimey, the Leucrotta can speak just like us. It even sounds just like us. Did that really just happen? That's like magic. Did that really just happen? Oh my god, it's actually said. It did, Mr. Leucrotta, you just talked. It's just repeating what we are saying, Barnaby. Professor Ketterborn mentioned that Leucrottas have other magical abilities. This must be one of them. Ha! And it's a pretty cool power. I think it's bloody brilliant. Whoa, such a huge mouth. Look at that. It's opening its mouth for us now. Perhaps we should try to lean inside. No, wait, Barnaby, be careful. It doesn't even want its owner to go near it. Be careful. I told you. Whoa, doesn't look like it wants us to go anywhere near the teeth just yet, though I did notice they look quite dirty. Of course they need to be cleaned. Perhaps the Leucrotta wanted us to know its teeth really do need to be cleaned after all. Looks like you were wrong when you thought something else was bothering it. Maybe I was right, Barnaby. Maybe and maybe not. Perhaps it's simply not comfortable having someone reach inside its mouth. How else are we going to clean its teeth then? When I didn't have an answer, there is usually one place I can go to get ideas. So I am off to the library to do some research. Yay, off to the library. Good plan, Tom. I will stay here and mind the Leucrotta until you return. And be careful, Barnaby. Don't lean inside his mouth again. I mean, it's not a mouth, it's a black hole. Thanks, Barnaby. With any luck, I will find a solution to help with Leucrotta, and then perhaps we can all be friends. And here we are in the library. And there is Tulip. Thanks for meeting me, Tulip, and for gathering all these books on grooming animals. It sure seems like a bizarre topic to explore. You are specifically looking for ways to brush their teeth. Seriously? Yes, I am actually, Tulip. Professor Ketterborn charged me with minding a cranky Leucrotta who needs his teeth clean so he can eat. So I'm doing my best to help out. I help out. That's nice of you, Adam. Yeah, I can definitely think of better ways to spend your time though. Who are you? We haven't met. Who is this? This is my friend Kelly. She was with me when you sent the owl asking for help with research. I asked to tag along. I heard Madam Pince was in a foul mood and it's fun to mess with her. I thought I might get a laugh out of it. Haha. Like me, Kelly enjoys a good prank. Oh, I see. Especially when it comes to Madam Pince. Do you enjoy pranking, Autumn? Sometimes I do enjoy pranks very much. Though perhaps not as much as me and Tonks. Yeah, it's good to know you are one of us, Atom. I bet we will find a fun way to really rile up Pince today. For now, let's focus on the task at hand, which is finding a way to clean the Leucrotta's teeth. Yes, certainly. If we are lucky, perhaps the answer is in one of the books, and I can help with this ailing magical creature. So let's start studying. Sorry, Autumn, I'm just not seeing anything in these books that addresses your problem, which is to clean a giant beast's teeth without a brush and without climbing into its cavernous mouth. I still think filling the Leucrotta's mouth with funny tasting stuff would be hysterical. That would certainly teach it a lesson about being afraid of a silly toothbrush. While Kelly is talking about a prank I would love to see, as I do enjoy them, perhaps the answer to helping Professor Kettleburn's cranky Leucrotta isn't in a book at all, but in a lesson I already know. The Scouting Charm Scourgify. That would certainly clean the Leucrotta's teeth, and if I can do that without getting inside the mouth, perhaps it will finally begin eating again. Oh, wait a minute, what is it doing inside the library? How could Pins allow that? That's brilliant, Autumn. Barnaby, you are there. And you brought the Leucrotta? Seriously, Barnaby, what were you thinking? We were getting a bit bored sitting around the forest, and I think he's really hungry. But creatures aren't allowed in the library, and Madam Pins is already in a very bad mood. Who cares? Pins is just a huffy, uptight witch with a bad attitude and an even worse hat. Not so loud, Kelly. Madam Pins will hear you. What happened? How come she's not here? Looks like she didn't though. Phew. Who cares? Pins is just a huffy, uptight witch with a bad attitude and an even worse hat. Who was that? Who said that horrible thing? Oh, that means she actually didn't hear us at first. Oh no, she heard it. What are we going to tell, Madam Pins? I demand, whoever you are, that you stay right there. And they ran away, leaving me alone. There you are, I heard what you said. You foul-mouthed hooligan. You should learn to respect your elders. All we do is try to help and educate you, and in return you insult me and my hat. Madam Pins, it wasn't me. There was another student here. She said the offensive comment. But you said it twice. I wasn't sure at first, but it was quite clear the second time. Actually, that was the Leucrotta. You see, they can repeat phrases. You expect me to believe there was a rare magical creature in this library and I didn't even see it? Well, actually, you can stop right there, as there is no evidence to the contrary, and you are the only student in sight. And this idea about the Leucrotta is ridiculous. It must have been you. Can't you distinguish the voice change? You are jumping to conclusions, but if you would only hear me out, I can give you the facts. The facts are as plain as the dimple in my nose. You have a dimple in your nose. I need look no further to know you are the offending student. I will see that you serve a proper detention for this. Oh my God, I don't like having detention if it's not even my fault. Now, out of my library at once. I'll go, Madam Pins, but I still intend to help my new magical creature or friend before detention.
You two traitors, how dare you leave me there all alone, for me to be punished with detention.
Autumn, I'm so glad to see you. I felt so bad for what happened in the library with Madam Pins. I should have known better than to bring a magical creature in there. Yes, you should have, Barnaby. I should have known better than to bring a magical creature in there. See, even Mr. Leucrotta agrees. He doesn't agree, he's just repeating. He's just using his magical ability to repeat what you say, Barnaby. I guess, but I never expected him to repeat what that snarky student said in front of Madam Pins. And I'm sorry for running off too. I just thought we would all get in more trouble if Madam Pins saw the Leucrotta there after all. So can you forgive me for leaving, Autumn? Leaving was the right thing to do, Barnaby. If you hadn't, we might have all gotten detention. Yeah, it's better to get one person detention than my friends. And then there would have been no one to mind our new friend here. I'm glad you agree. I really was just so eager to know if we would found a way to help the Leucrotta, and then excited to learn you did. And now that we can fix its aching teeth with the scourging charm, the Leucrotta might go back to eating. And perhaps once it feels better, you can even bring our new friend to Madam Pins. If you can get the Leucrotta to repeat something in front of her, you might just get out of the detention. But first we need to convince the Leucrotta that using the Scourgify charm on him is a good idea. Come on over here, Mr. Leucrotta. We want to explain our plan to help you.
Alright, I hope we can convince this Leucrotta.
So you see, we are going to cast the Scourging charm into your mouth, which should clean your teeth nicely.
We won't use a brush or have to reach inside, and soon we will be off to eating whatever your heart desires. Maybe a glass of butterbeer or your stomach, but I find both make me equally as hungry. So what do you say, Mr. Leucrotta? Can we get to work cleaning your teeth? Scotchify. Wow, क्या चमक है. Wait a minute. Alright, its teeth is now clean, as white as marble. I think it worked out. The Leucrotta seems much happier now. I bet you are already having fantasies of what to eat first, aren't you? Hey. But we still have to fix my problem with Madam Pins, or I will be solving detention before the end of the day. Will you help me get out of it by visiting the librarian and repeating my apology in front of her, Leucrotta? And it ran away, obviously. Oh no, wait, where are you going? The library is this way. Perhaps I got him a bit too excited for his first meal. Well, we have to go after him. I don't want to serve detention. I told Professor Catterburn I would mind this Leucrotta, and I am not going to disappoint two teachers today. Let's go search for our magical creature before he gets himself into more trouble, or get us into more trouble. Let's find that rebellious Leucrotta. Hello there, Leucrotta. Don't eat those pixies. Look, Barnaby, it's a Leucrotta, and he looks as hungry as ever. Blimey, what are those pixies thinking, taunting him like that? I hope they can manage to stay clear of him. With a mouth that big, he could swallow any number of them whole. Yes, just by sucking the air. I know that look. The more the Leucrotta tries to catch something to eat, the crankier it seems to get. Professor Ketterborn asked me to mind this Leucrotta until we could help get its teeth cleaned. But now that we have solved that problem, we need to figure out how to get it fed. It's almost as if hunting for food is frustrating him even more, which is the opposite of helping. Perhaps we should find a way to distract it so the pixies will lose interest. Once we do, we can figure out something to feed our new friend. Brilliant idea, Autumn. Then let's distract the Leucrotta from its hunt and save some foolhardy pixies in the process. Let's do that then.
It's trying to eat the pixies. It worked, Autumn, and all the pixies have lost interest and flown away. No! Which means the Leucrotta is still very hungry. I love all magical creatures, so I'm not keen on seeing any giant beast feast on pixies. But what will we feed the Leucrotta now? How about we feed it Mr. Filch and Mrs. Norris, as it was having difficulty catching something to eat. Perhaps he would like to eat something less skittish, like a rock. At least those can't move. Seriously, Barnaby, nobody can digest rock. True, Barnaby, but as far as I know, magical creatures don't eat rocks. Unless it's a rock golem, that is. Besides, he could break a tooth, and after all the trouble we went to getting them clean, that's not a good idea. Good point, Autumn. But fruits and vegetables can't scamper away, and they can also be delicious. How about the Hagrid garden? Sounds like the Leucrotta agrees. Next up, Hagrid's garden. It's time for me to finally feed this Leucrotta. Or I can just give it my crown, It's made of mistletoe berries. Oh, Hagrid, you came back. There you are, Hagrid, and I see you have already met Professor Catterburn's Leucrotta, who is like starving right now, and looks happy. That I have, Autumn, and a fine job you did getting these fine creatures' teeth cleaned. Though I am bigger than the beast, I was wondering how I would get my hands in his mouth without a proper bite myself. The scourging charm certainly well did the job, but I know you can't use magic. It was clever of you, if I do say so myself. But however did you come up with the idea? Actually, it was Tulip's friend who inspired me. Kelly is a prankster who thought the idea of seeing a Leucrotta with a mouthful of soap was funny. And that reminded me of the score scene charm, so I guess I can't take all the credit. Wise and humble. Good for you, Atom. And while I'm always happy to meet a majestic beast such as this one, who is as tall as Hagrid himself, now that the teeth cleaning problem is solved, I'm wondering why you wanted to see me. It's because the Leucrotta's tooth pain was only the first problem. Now it needs to eat all of your garden. Barnaby and I found it hunting nifflers and pixies in the Forbidden Forest, but it was too big to catch any. Maybe it should have used its sucking power. We thought perhaps you wouldn't mind us feeding it pumpkins from here in your garden. A large beast like this must have quite a big appetite, so pumpkins could be a right fine feast. We hoped you would feel that way. I hate thinking of this Leucrotta being so hungry. And once he is fed, I'm also hoping he would help me out with another problem. You have got a third one to deal with, yeah? You have been busy today, Autumn. Best we take care of feeding the Leucrotta, and then I can help you out with whatever else you are trying to solve. That would be brilliant, Hagrid. But first, let's feed this Leucrotta as many pumpkins as he can eat. So let's start the mission. Oh my god, the Leucrotta is gonna eat for 8 whole hours? Seriously? Hagrid, just hide away at least some of your pumpkins or else it will be gone by then.
Oh, it's dancing. Well, look at that. This Leucrotta seems to genuinely like these pumpkins. He may even be full. Why don't you try petting him to be sure?
Okay, let's do that.
Hello there. I think it likes it. It worked, Hagrid. Actually, this Leucrotta looks like meteor. If that's not a sign of a bond between witch and beast, I don't know what it is. I hope you are feeling better, Mr. Leucrotta, and now that I have helped you, I still need your help as well to get out of detention. That's right, Autumn. You said you had another problem. Why don't you tell me about it now? Well, as you might know, Hagrid, a Leucrotta can magically repeat phrases even in our language. It is certainly a wonderful talent of theirs. That depends on what he says and where he is saying it. In this case, the Leucrotta repeated something offensive another student said about Madam Pince, and I'm going to face detention for it. I know Madam Pince can be strict, but certainly she can't hold something you didn't say yourself against you. That's the thing, she didn't see the other student or the Leucrotta, so she believes it was me. If I can't get Madam Pince to agree to meet with me and the Leucrotta, I'm hoping she will realize I'm innocent and maybe even cancel my detention. But if I don't talk to her soon, I'll be forced to go. I understand, Autumn, and I assure you, Madam Pince will listen to reason. Why don't I ask her to meet you in Care of Magical Creatures classroom so you can state your case? Thanks, Hagrid. That would be a great help. Hopefully, once she sees the Leucrotta and hears my full explanation, I'll be in the clear. In the clear! Exactly. You find Leucrotta. See, your friend seems more than happy to help already. I'll have Professor Kettlebone send for you once Madam Pince is on her way. Good luck, Autumn. Good luck, Autumn. Oh, Madam Pince is here. Oh, Miss Ray, how grand to see you again. And you have also brought my friend the Leucrotta, who looks much more comfortable, I might add. He's Professor. And thank you all for coming, especially you, Madam Pince. Hagrid was quite insistent, but I can't imagine why I am here. Because you wrongly accused me of something that I didn't actually do. Well, it has a lot to do with the fantastic creature. He's the one I was telling you about in the library. He repeated those offensive things about you and my hat. You really are focused on that. But either way, I wanted you to meet him as proof that I wasn't lying when I said he was in the library. Which I might add is also against the rules. That's my fault, Madam Pins. The Leucrotta's teeth were bothering him and we wanted to help. Autumn and I were trying to clean them so the Leucrotta would eat. This tall tale gets even taller by the minute. Oh, but I'm here to assure you that's all true, Madam Pins. In fact, I tasked Autumn with minding the Leucrotta myself. That doesn't change the fact that while I was busy doing an important project for the library, I was sorely offended by a hurtful remark about my person and my your hat. I know, madam, but if you will give me the chance, I would like to explain and apologize nonetheless. Seems only right, Madam Pins, and I would consider it a personal favor, as Autumn was doing one for me. Very well. At the request of my colleague, I will give you one chance to convince me of what you say. Proceed. We only have 3 hours to convince Madam Pins. Let's go.
So you see, Madam Pins, even though we can't get the student who offended you to confess, there really was a Leucrotta in the library, and we are sorry for that, as well as the fact that the Leucrotta repeated the rude remark. No one deserves to be talked about badly, isn't that right, Mr. Leucrotta? No one deserves to be talked about badly. Well, look at that. Before I tell you how I am feeling, do you have anything else to add? I would really like an apology, and you shall have one, as I did just that. Obviously, you won't have to serve detention and are welcome back to the library. It's quite clear I jumped to conclusions, and you deserve an apology as well. Seriously, Madam Pins is apologizing? That's surprising. However, I owe you more than that. As a librarian, I should have investigated further, gathered the facts, and gone beyond my initial impression. A good rule for us all, I might say. A good rule for us all, I might say. It's having fun repeating everything. It does seem we are all in agreement. And it's clear you have made quite the bond with that beast, Miss Ray, which is why my friend in London has agreed this fine Leucrotta should stay here. Brilliant! We will be sure to give him regular teeth cleaning and plenty of pumpkins to eat. That is, if he hadn't finished all the pumpkins within 8 hours. Might I also add you teach him to keep proper company, so as to avoid any offenses in the future. Don't worry, Madam Pins. Though this beast has a gigantic mouth, we will definitely help him learn where to keep it shut. And it's already learned. So that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, share and subscribe.